What is a network switch? A network switch is a piece of hardware that allows you to plug in multiple devices and manage them simply and efficiently. It typically has either 5, 8, 16, 24, or 48 different ports to it. Each port allows you to connect a device, whether it is a computer, a video camera, a surveillance camera, a printer, a TV, sound bars, really anything that you have that can go into a data network that you want to tie together, whether small or large, at home or in your business, or even very large data centers. Switching is essential because it allows you to actually network all of your pieces together, tie them together, let them talk to each other. So you have managed and unmanaged switches. An unmanaged switch is it's very straightforward. It's plug and play. You literally plug in your devices and build your network that way. So if I have a printer that I'm not trying to connect via wireless communication, I actually have to plug that into a switch if I'm not plugging it directly into the computer itself. And that switch then allows my computer to identify and talk to the printer. It uses IP addressing in order to solve that route and hold that communication. A managed switch allows you to do a bit more. So you can isolate individual parts and pieces on your network and provide additional security, passwording credentials, routing instructions, and quite a lot of other things. And some of them even come with PoE, which is power over Ethernet, allowing you to deliver directly through that cable from the switch additional power for things to run. And that's super useful, especially if, say, like you've got at home would be like a doorbell camera and you need to run power to it, but you don't have or want it to connect to an actual power plug. Using a switch that has PoE capability is extremely useful. Within the switching, one of the reasons it is so powerful is because it also allows you to create not just a local area network where your internal devices are communicating with each other directly, but also virtual local area networks, or VLANs. That allows for you to then break up additional segments within your own network. So if you have, say, your front office has its own equipment and things that need to talk to each other regularly, but it doesn't need to be part of a guest network, you can individually identify those things within the switch and allow them to negotiate talking to each other much more efficiently. Same way, using IP addressing, it assigns different subnets to each individual device in order to build out the virtual local area network that you want. I'm going to get into talking about the different kinds of LANs. So whether it is a true LAN, local area network, a WLAN, which is a wireless local area network, a VLAN, which is a virtual local area network, or a VOLAN, which is a voice local area network, and why each one of them is useful for your day-to-day business needs or at-home needs, and how you can empower yourself to deliver exactly the services that your customers need or what you need. Today, using a switch creates two layers of security. There is one, which is a physical access layer, and then there is a layer 3, which is part of the segmentation process within the OS framing or OSI framing of technology terms within the layering process of how computers are laid out. That allows for the creation of virtual local area networks, or VLANs, that make it so that you can segment different portions of your network to make sure that they are fully under your control. And if something is hacked on an individual piece or part, so there's a vulnerability in your printer, it allows for separation between your printer and the rest of your network so it doesn't get infected. Additionally, most switches have a tieback route to your main ISP, or internet service provider, that allows them to reach out to the broader internet and talk to things that are outside of the orientation of your internal network. Oh no, I got a 16 port switch and I'm only using 10 of them. 10 ports. What do I do? Nothing. You don't do anything. It's like having extra outlets in your house for electricity. Would you like to have more of them? The ones that you're not using, do you just leave them open? Yeah, you do. Same thing with a port on a switch. If you have more than you need, leave them open, because that gives you room for expansion later. Now, if I don't know that I talked about this earlier, but the way that the ports actually work is, let's say I've got my wireless APs, my wireless network on ports 1 and 2. The routing that I will create, the IP addressing and subnets that I will use, allow them to only talk to each other, and then through the main trunk line that comes out to the greater internet, so to your ISP. Then I would have, say, ports 3 and 4, and that is my printer talking to my computer, or wherever I'm allowing my network to access. But isolating the different ports within your switch allows you to have control of what's actually physically talking to each other without having to plug direct cables from one device to the next. Follow me for more. I'm always out here walking and talking. I'm also available for consulting. That's what I love to do, is help businesses grow, help them achieve more, and help them identify the resources they need in order to solve the problems that they currently have. Big projects or small. There's a link down in the description that will give you that kind of information, and I'd love to hear from you. Also, of course, obligatory, don't forget to like and subscribe.